Hello everyone, and welcome to another beer review. I've been shopping, but I had to go shopping online because there's bugger all of any interest in the supermarket. So I was kind of raking about and what did I see? I seen something. Was it an advert? And I seen it and I thought, oh, I know what that's like. So I had a wee look, and when I was looking, I thought, oh, there's other ones that I haven't seen, previously in my searches. Shirts, that's a good one, isn't it? For my searches. And I've been on Greene King's website, I really shouldn't, actually. The last time I was on Greene King's website, it'd been a lot of shitty Belhaven beer. But I've learned my lesson. I've not been buying any Belhaven shit. I've not been buying any Scottish shit. So the beer that we're doing today is Greene King's Light Ale. Haha. Now there's also another reason why I bought this, and that will probably become more apparent in the next few weeks. So watch the next few reviews and all will be explained, hopefully. So this is Greene King's Light Ale. Now, of course, apparently it's brewed at the Bury St Edmunds brewery, which, if I'm led to believe correctly, that's actually closing, the actual famous historical brewery. And they're building they built a new brewery that's going to do their cask ale and their wonderful craft beers, their fizzy pop, as I call it, yes. So it's losing a bit of kind of historical relevance, and anyway. So this is 330ml. I think this was quite cheap. I think it was run about £1.50 a bottle, but I will obviously confirm it down below. It's 3%, so it is very light. And there's not really much else. It's just like know your limits, blah blah blah, US chief medical officer and all that type of stuff. And it's brewed by Greene King, Bury St Edmunds, Suffolk, and that's it. So there's nothing really, but apart from, I think it's quite malty. Well, hopefully it's quite malty. Or my other plans I've got for, because I had to buy 6 of them. So I thought, right, I've got a plan here. And hopefully it's malty, because if it isn't, then I'm buggered. My plan's out the window. There's a surprise. Anyway, best laid plans of mice and men. Yeah, well, let's rinse this glass out, so just give it a wee extra shake. Fuck. Anyway, let's get it poured. And I've got the little teensy glasses, because obviously you have to have the little teensy glasses because it's a little teensy bottle. I mean, it's 3%. But I thought, well, that's just too dangerous. Just to put in a 330ml bottle so people don't get too much of this and go wild. Or was it a case of, fuck them, we're in it for the money, sod them, 330ml, that's all they're fucking getting. That's probably more realistic. But anyway, for people on the podcast, we are looking at well, there's no head. For people on the podcast, it's a nice kind of light amber colour, but there's no head. It does smell malty. I'm getting malt, syrupiness, all that kind of stuff. Kind of, when I mean syrupiness, I'm like kind of little golden syrupy tones and kind of like caramel, kind of maybe bordering on a little bit of toffee. All these kind of tones. So let's see what it tastes like. Just finishing off my dinner there. I must have a bit caught my teeth there. Right. Ooh. Right. Well, it's quite light, like it is. There's a nice little bit of malt at the start. There's a little bit of bitterness there as well, and yeah, it just seems to be kind of quite an easy kind of light ale. ambery kind of light ale. Not much sweetness there. I'll give it that. There's not much sweetness, but there is the malty flavours. But there isn't really much sweetness to go with the malty flavours. There's a little bit of dryness there, especially in the mid tongue. But there's a little bit of bitterness there as well from the hops. So overall, it's actually not too bad. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. I was just when I was talking about being online and looking at Greene King. I put up another couple of promotions from Fuller's, and I actually bought some. So I did. But then a local brewery, is it Bayes Brewery down in Devon? They had a promotion on 30% off. I thought, oh, let's have a look at their range. 12 bottles, way over 30 quid, and I'm thinking, fucking seriously. So it was about 36, 37 quid, and I'm thinking, you're charging £3 a fucking bottle. You cheeky bastards, you know what I mean? Plus the delivery, and I'm thinking, even with 30% off, I'm thinking, no. Plus, you're looking at it, I mean, this is a strange one. So they've got a craft side, so you could buy a mixed case with a craft beer, which is a craft lager, and God knows what other pale ales and all this kind of shit, right? But then you've got the traditional one. And then I'm looking at it. So you had an amber ale, you had a strong golden ale, and then you had a golden ale. And I'm thinking, a mixed case, 2 fucking golden ales and an amber ale. And I'm thinking, seriously, what good is that to me? You know? And I'm looking at it. So they've got an amber ale, and that's the darkest beer they do. Everything else is either pale ales or golden ales, or craft lager, or low alcohol craft lager. And you're looking at it thinking, where's the darker beers? Where's the beers that are going to, why can you not do a bitter? Or a mild, why are you doing all this? Why do you have multiple pale ales and multiple golden ales? I mean, seriously, for God's sake. And you think, no wonder I don't buy from you. One, you're overpriced, and your selection's piss. Seriously. It's unbelievable. It annoys me. See, the thing is, I go into supermarkets and I expect to be disappointed with supermarkets because Tesco's and all these other places, they're crap. They don't give a shit about beer. You know what I mean? Let's be totally honest. If people bought bottles of fucking urine and they could sell it cheap, they would. Let's be totally honest. They're there to make money, so they don't give a toss about you, and they certainly don't give a toss about where they're getting their shit from. I mean, if people want it, they'll sell it to you. That's their attitude. But then you go into some of these other breweries and you can look at them, you're thinking, seriously, do you ever think about your market? I mean, this is the best thing. We've got all these wonderful golden ales, right? But when you actually go into the pub, how many golden ales do you see on cask? How many? I mean, not bloody many. You'll see bitters, you'll see milds, you'll see ambers, you'll see porters, you'll see stouts, all this kind of stuff. But very rarely think, oh, that's a golden ale. Now you'll get pale ales on cask, yeah. But not many golden ales. So they're thinking, this is what people want. They want golden ales. And tell you what, we'll do 2. Don't we need to do 2? Oh, that's what people want. We do the pubs, no stock golden ale and cask, but because they don't know what they're doing. We do. We're the brewery. And we'll tell you what you should be drinking. You should be having a golden ale, and then you have a strong golden ale, then you go back to the original golden ale, and you just keep doing that back and forward until you hit the day. Or you become bankrupt. Probably that would happen first. It's like that. You think, what the hell's going on? Get a grip. Says a man who just bought a load of golden ale from Fuller's. What a hypocrite. Anyway, that's me. Well, it was on sale, and I'm an absolute who, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So I did buy some anyway, but I wasn't buying bays because I just thought there's just nothing really there that interests me. I'm looking at it, I think there's not really much I want to review. So I thought, well, I'm not. I'll just keep looking. But anyway, I've got enough with the Greene King because I got 2 gold deals with that bugger. So I did. Anyway, such is life. Back to this beer. I'll finish off pouring it and we'll do the flavours. There we go. A wee bit ahead now. It's kind of woken up thinking, oh, hello there, Charlie. Right, flavours. Right. Okay. It's a light malt there in the start of the mouth. A little bit of grain. Not really any sweetness. But you're getting not a bad little bit of malt there. Moves on to the mid-tongue. And yeah, the kind of malt flavours are kind of developing a bit. And they're just slightly separating. So you're getting a little bit of, yeah, you're getting a little bit of kind of golden syrup edges there, you know, just tones, but not with the sweetness. This is the thing. So you're getting all these kind of slightly kind of sugary based kind of accent flavours from the malt, but there's no real sweetness there to kind of back it up, and it just because of that, it just feels a little bit isolated, these flavours, and they are slightly separating in the mid tongue, so you are getting a little bit of golden syrup and a little bit of light toffee and light caramel, and you can pick them up at different points in the mid tongue, but it just feels a bit strange because it's kind of doesn't have that kind of little bit of sweetness to go with it, so they kind of feel slightly disconnected because of that. And then near the kind of back end of the mid tongue, you just start getting this little kind of bitter kind of tones coming through. And yeah, it's another little flavour I'm picking up there. I'm trying to think it is. So you get this little bit of bitterness coming through from the back end of the mid tongue as it moves on to the kind of back of the mouth and the aftertaste. And yeah, the kind of malt flavours and these kind of little bitter accent just kind of dissipate fairly quickly. It's a fairly clean finish. They don't kind of hang about, but it's nice to have that little bit of bitterness. The problem is, though, there's no real sweetness there to kind of balance that, and it's slightly missing that. I need that little bit of sweetness just to kind of add that little bit to it. It just feels it's not quite finished to a degree. But it's another flavour there. I'm just trying to see if we can pick it up. No. Maybe a little bit of soapiness there. Maybe that's it. Maybe just that little bit of soapiness just near the back of the mid tongue, just near the back end. Just a little bit. But yeah, the thing that basically kind of stands out that it just doesn't have enough sweetness. Now, we're not looking to be really sweet, but it just needs a little bit of sweetness there just to kind of connect everything. And it's just that one flavour profile that's just not there. And because of that, it's like the missing link in the chain. That's what it feels like. And it's just not quite there. So what would I give this out of 10? Well, I can still use it from what my plans are. And like I say, they'll become more prevalent in the next few reviews. You'll find that out. But that's one of the things I bought it for, is to kind of utilise it that way as well. So I can still utilise it because I wasn't kind of really requiring the sweetness. A little bit of bitterness and the maltiness is really what I really do need. So that's what I'm kind of going to be utilising it for, and it'll become more obvious later on. But as a drink in itself, it's okay. It just feels that little bit disjointed and just a little bit, disconnect, just because it has that kind of little missing flavour profile that just would, just complete it. And it's a little bit disappointing from that point of view. But overall, there's some nice flavours, there's some nice malt flavours. Again, shame it's only a small bottle. It would be better with a 500ml bottle. I really don't know why they're still doing these 330ml bottles. It's just daft to me, but anyway. So what would I give this out of 10? Well, I think if I had that little bit of sweetness, it would have probably got a 6. But again, because it doesn't have that sweetness, it just feels just slightly incomplete. And it's a 330ml bottle as well. It should be a 500ml bottle, so it loses a bit with that as well. So I'm going to give this a 5. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. It's okay, it's quite nice, but it's just lacking a little bit. And again, why they choose a 330ml bottle nowadays is just beyond me. It just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, it's 3%, 330ml bottle. It's a 5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Cheers, and bye for now.